Welcome to Making the Spiritual Practical with Veronica Drake, the channel where we help you live your spirituality with grace and clarity. Hi, I am Veronica Drake, and this is your daily message from the angels and saints. Now, a couple of things you need to keep in mind. I always stress one size does not fit all. So what does that mean? Anyone can get a message from these messages. Yes, they're generic in nature, but where they become personal is how you decide to use them. And so what I encourage you to do is listen to this message a couple of times and involve all of your senses. See what resonates with you. Use your gut feeling, use your heart, use your sense of smell. If something comes up and it smells a certain way, it invokes a memory or a feeling, boom, that's something you need to take away from this message. So one size does not fit all. And maybe that means this isn't for you and it's not going to bring you, well, what you're looking for. But I find that to be very rare because the reality is I get thousands of messages all the time that when the seeker is open and looking, the answers present. So here we go. Oh, no, let me just ask you to do this. If you like this, please subscribe to this channel and please visit veronicadrake.com. I do post a weekly column called Ask V where I answer your questions that you can submit. So here we go. Today's message comes from Saint Agnes of Rome, one of the messages. And her message is all about compromise. And so her story is she was a very beautiful woman and she had a lot of suitors. Everybody wanted to be with Agnes. But the truth was, Agnes was committed to the Lord. She didn't want to be unpure or unclean, and so she would rebuff, turn down everybody's invitation to marry her, and she had many. And she stood her ground, and she even died for that principle. And on her deathbed, as they were executing her, she said, "Today is a happy day. I will be with my one true love." So, what does this say for you? There is something in your life that you're being pressured into, whether it's your own pressure or someone from the outside, but you are being pressured. And this situation will come to a head mid-March. So, what the angels are suggesting you do is plant your feet firmly in a very secure position. Know what it is that you stand for. And once you start to plant yourself, what that looks like is boundaries, okay? Boundaries and values. And so as this person or as this situation keeps pushing you and wanting you to do something that you just know feels against everything that you are, you will have sturdy, solid roots. So when you sit down and when you reflect on this situation, bring in Saint Agnes of Rome. Her energy of not compromising, her passion for what she knew she wanted is going to be invoked and is going to surround you and give you the strength you need to do what it is that's in your heart and not be swayed by popular or outside opinion. Second message comes from who we all might know as the Little Flower, and that is Saint Teresa of Lisieux. And we all know her, well, I know her as the Little Flower. And I would say overall, she didn't have a very long life because she was only 24 years old when she died. And she's not really famous for a lot of works that she did. She did write a book called, the journal rather, called Story of a Soul. And she was overly religious in the sense that she wasn't sure what to do with it. And so she really went full force into something that she was shown by her sisters, and she had really no direct course other than to model and others lead and to follow their example. And one of the things that she has come forward to share with you today is that steady progress is imperative. It's not a matter of how fast you get where you're going, because that's irrelevant. What does matter is that you pace yourself for this goal. Your ego self, your intellectual self might think it's time, it should have happened already. Why isn't my soulmate here? Why am I not getting more money? Why is the dream job I've been waiting for not happening? Why won't my house sell? Why can't I lose this weight? Whatever it is that you're stuck on, chances are you're pushing too hard and trying to, hear me say this, skip steps. So the power, as the little flower tells us, is in watching and letting it unfold in a way that is uniquely you. Her relationship that she had with the Lord and Savior was much different than her sister's relationship, and she just allowed it to unfold and to be what it was going to be. So the message here is slow and steady, stay your course, and don't let other people impede, intrude, or define how quickly or slowly you should be moving. So when you're looking for progress, when you're wanting to call in that promotion, that next love of your life, whatever it might be, pray to Saint Teresa, the little flower. And remember the words, slow and steady. The next piece of this comes from your guardian angel. Yes, we all have guardian angels, and they are on duty 24/7. There is not a time when our guardian angel isn't with us. Now, are you asking? Are you tuning in? Are you calling in your guardian angel? Because that definitely matters, okay? They will be there and they will always assist us, but if you want the full strength of your guardian angel, just ask. Now, little bit of education here. Guardian angels and angels in general don't come with name or gender. However, because they know as humans that we like to associate names and gender, they are more than willing to call forth a name and a gender for you. So all you need to do is sit silent, ask your guardian angel for his or her name, and there you go, trusting what it is. Typically what happens is people get a name, they get a feeling, maybe they get a phrase, or they get a word that could be the name, and they just think, that's not it, that's too simple. That's it, trust me. So what your guardian angel is offering up today specifically, know that every single thing that happens today is filled with an abundance of learning. Do not personalize it, okay? Because Sally said this, or Bob said that, or so-and-so's doing this to me. It's not about that. Do not personalize it. Today it's going to feel like a very emotional day because you're going to feel like, oh God, everything's going wrong. Everybody's out there. And today is the day of learning. So shift your mind and say, this is not happening to me. This is happening for me. Feel the difference in energy? All right. So that concludes today's daily message. If you like this, I encourage you to visit veronicadrake.com and book an angel reading, because there are messages specifically waiting for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share us with your friends. Let's make the spiritual practical.